Hi everyone, welcome back to our Good Wines, Good Times series. This is another episode and we are here at the Manor Club at the Rosewood Hong Kong with, of course, one of our closest wine partner here in Hong Kong, Altaya, and Paolo Pong, who is the founder of Altaya Wines. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We're here to share about two wines today, as always. The first one would be this one right here, waiting to be opened, which is the Delamotte, Champagne Delamotte Blanc de Blanc, 2012, Le Mesnil-sur-Oger. So I believe more than just the Blanc de Blanc. Didier Depont, who is the managing director there, will talk to you a bit later, and probably we'll talk about Le Mesnil, a small village in the Champagne, in the Côte des Blancs, famous for Chardonnay. But Le Mesnil is known to be very vivid, right? And I would say quite austere and straight in terms of terroir, right?
Well, also very well known for its Blanc de Blanc, for growing Chardonnay. I mean, it's the best place probably in Champagne area to grow Chardonnay. So, I mean, Delamotte is very well known, and of course, Salon is the pioneer of Blanc de Blanc. So, 100% Chardonnay grapes in their Champagne.
Yeah, that's correct. And as opposed to some other village in that region where they make smooth and round Chardonnays, Le Mesnil always brings a higher acidity and a more masculine typicity and style, which is nice when you actually want to age your champagnes at home or when you enjoy drinking older champagnes. That's personally one of my, this label, I mean this cuvée is one of my all-time favorite.
And 12 is a very successful vintage for them.
I was about to ask you actually.
Yeah. It's so it's the current release and a very successful vintage. It's one of the few years when both Salon and Delamotte make a vintage. And let's taste and see how it is.
It's quite open already. I was about to say I didn't have the chance yet to taste 2012 many times, so I'm used to slightly older vintages.
Yeah.
But people often talk about 08, which is obviously a great vintage, but I think 12 is showing very well here. So
it is. I mean, it's quite open-knit, even though it's quite close to our year 2020. I mean, it's only 8 years old. But it seems to be showing itself quite well, and it's quite expressive.
It's good to taste with you today because we are still pouring the 08, I believe, at the Chinese restaurant.
Oh, really?
At the Legacy House.
Okay.
And I know what to replace it with later on the thing. It has a more comfortable, rounder kind of feel.
It is rounder. It's rounder and creamier.
Yes.
Whereas 08 is just more crispy. And I would say maybe even fresher, more direct.
Yeah, correct. Well, I think while we enjoy another glass of this one, maybe we can hand it over to Didier, who will explain you a little bit more or share with you a bit more about Delamotte and Salon.
Bonjour Paolo, bonjour Nicolas. Hello Paolo, hello Nicolas. It's a real great pleasure to work with Altaya and Rosewood Hotel, one of the best hotels in the world, and the lighthouse in Hong Kong now. Just a few words about Delamotte and Salon. And for Delamotte this year is a very special year because it's the 260-year anniversary for this winery, created in 1760, and I am the 11th generation. So it's very special. We are going to celebrate with a lot of champagne, of course, and celebrate in Le Mesnil-sur-Oger. Le Mesnil-sur-Oger is the small village where we are located, and just in the middle of the Côte des Blancs, and Côte des Blancs is the best part for Chardonnay in Champagne. The house will be open for 1 month for the visit, and of course, if you can travel, not easy today, you are welcome anytime in Le Mesnil-sur-Oger. And Salon is the sister house of Delamotte. Salon is very famous. It's one of the most prestigious wine in the world, and certainly the most exclusive, because we produce only when the vintage is a great vintage. Last century we produced only 37 vintages in 1 century. It's unique in Champagne, but it's unique as well in the wine world. So, dear friend from Hong Kong, you are very welcome. I hope to visit you very soon, and thank you for your time with me. Ciao Paolo, ciao Nicola.
Paolo, I think we're not alone anymore. Hi everyone, hi again. We're actually moved inside. Nice setting, nice pool table. So again, Manor Club, some guests of ours have the luck to have access here. And we're here now with Paolo. We were about to enjoy a very nice bottle of champagne. So we had the Delamotte Blanc de Blanc 2012 just earlier, and we decided to enjoy quite a nice bottle that you wine connoisseurs will know for sure, but this is Salon 2007.
So yeah, 07 is the current release, and you have it in all of your outlets, I believe, and they match. It matches very well with different food, from Western to Asian cuisine. But when drunk alone, you can see its complexity.
Yes, you're right. We work with Delamotte and Salon pretty well. Also because, well, you've seen Didier earlier. I'll let you taste it here. We also work with the Delamotte Brut Reserve in all our event spaces, and we pour. That's quite unique. We pour this Delamotte only in magnums for all events, whether they're corporate events or weddings throughout the building. But now we're in Manor Club. So Manor Club is an elevated executive lounge, I would say. So not everyone has access. So people who book a suite have the luck to have access to this space, which is pretty amazing. We were outside earlier. Now we're here. It's very homey, isn't it? So we thought of sharing a Salon 07 with you. Firstly, because you can find it here and throughout the hotel, and also because it really matches with what we want to do here, which is obviously there are food components in the afternoon, in the evening. We have a great breakfast here as well, and you'd be surprised how many persons order champagne for breakfast.
Do you order Salon 07?
No, that's more of a late afternoon, evening bottle, but sometimes it does happen. It does happen.
Right.
So I mean, Salon is this kind of wine from Champagne that you can enjoy anytime, right? So whether you have food or not, of course we do great dinners with such products, because they are so powerful somehow that you said it matches any kind of food. So we work a lot at the Legacy House, our Cantonese chambre de cuisine restaurant. We work a lot also at the Smoke House and Grill we have, Henry. And recently you might be surprised how Champagne goes in Chat or Indian restaurant, but I'm sure you will discover all these places in future episodes. For now it's Manor Club, so it's more of a, I was saying, homey lifestyle space where we might enjoy, you might beat me again at that pool.
No, I mean, you smell the wine. It's got lovely minerality. It's got great citrus fruit, and you feel like it's the beginning of its life, even though it's 13 years old. It's not, you don't get that very mature aromas quite yet. But then it's good enough to be tasting now. So I think the winery and Didier, of course, he decided to release this because it's at its a good drinking window. And I think that's key for Salon, because Salon is not a champagne that you can drink too early.
That's true.
I think it needs a little bit of age, but then at 13 years old, 12 years old, it's ready, and then it'll continue to develop here. And the thing is, they don't use a lot of dosage, so it's a very low sugar level. So it's slightly drier, and yet it's got enough of the little makeup to make it quite seductive and good to drink now.
No, that's right. That's right. 07 is showing very well. I mean, it opened quite soon, sooner than other older vintages sometimes as well. And that's why we have it at the Manor Club as well, because here, like I explained, it's more of a homey feeling, so it's not per se the place you will eat a lot, right? We do have older vintages as well in the restaurants, right? Because this is when you were talking about like different aromas and flavors, so you get to these secondary, tertiary notes, like bit more mushroomy, a bit more earthy, and that's when you can play around with food. Here we're more on a lively, fresh feel. Even though it's drinking very well, it is ready to drink, but it can go, like you said, a few more years.
Yeah.
Well, good. I think it was nice to take you through this, and Didier shared with you a bit of details as well. Time to get back to our game, maybe?
Okay,
Yeah?
let's do that.
Cheers, Paolo.
Cheers.